Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. You found the roaming bear, and we're doing a Tinker Thursday. We're working on the old girl here. Actually got a camping trip coming up. Well, we're just going for a one-nighter tonight. So yeah, a couple things I wanted to address. Last time I went off-roading and it was nighttime. I had to turn on my Vivid Lumen ditch lights and they didn't work. So I gotta try to figure out what's going on with that. I suspect it's probably just a loose wire somewhere or something, but we'll dig into that. Also under my dash I have a auxiliary 12 volt like cigarette plug, so I could basically have like hidden cell phone charger or something like under the dash, and I don't have to use my actual cigarette lighter on the dash because I don't really like clutter. So that quit working a while ago too, so I need to figure out what that's about. I'm pretty sure same thing, it probably just came loose, or like there's a loose wire, or I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna try to figure that out, pack up Patty a little bit, and then also, if we got some more time for this video, which I'm sure we will, we're gonna do a little bit of stuff to Patrick. Patrick's currently sitting under the tarp here because the transmission's blown. I knew it had a sick tranny when we got it. Strawberry milkshake of death, classic Nissan situation. Previous owner, who was the original owner, didn't do the recall for some reason. Like, I literally don't understand why people do that. Like, why wouldn't you do the recall? They could have had that fixed for free, would have saved me thousands of dollars and probably them, because the guy said he had replaced the transmission. I don't know if that's a lie or not. I don't really know. He told me he replaced the transmission, so I was like, oh, I probably had the strawberry milkshake of death at one point. And turns out it still did. But I don't think the tranny had been replaced. I think that was just a fib. And whatever, we got the car for fairly cheap in my opinion. For like a low kilometer V8 Pathfinder for 11.5 is not a bad deal in my opinion, even though we're gonna have to put probably about $1,500 into it fixing this transmission. But I still love it, and that's okay. I'm actually excited to get a new tranny in it because this one's been shifting really hard, and I feel like that's bad on the drivetrain. I basically just been limping it along, and got cocky towing the boat, and that's actually what made it develop a bunch more neutrals than it's supposed to have. So oopsies. But anyways, one of the things I actually want to do is I want to add some running lights to the grill, you know, the classic overland lights, raptor lights, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to be cliche and I'm going to do it because I like those lights and I think they're cool. Patrick's running all white light. That's going to be the move on this. Is I don't want any amber lighting. I just want it all to be white. So I'm going to do white grill lights. And yeah, we'll see how that looks. And I also scored... Here, let me show you. I'll show you what I scored. You know, couch surfing marketplace, and you find yourself a solid deal on something, you got to go get it. Even though the truck's broken, I'm still buying parts for it. Priorities, am I right? Doop, doop, doop. All right, so we got ourselves a fairly nice condition cold air intake. Came off a Titan. I'm told it's the exact same intake. It all should work and bolt up. So we'll find out together if that works or not. I got the whole intake set up, and it came with a spare filter for $100. $100 cash. Get the car. We're out of here. That was a good deal. So maybe we'll throw that on in this video as well. And yeah, putz around. Let's get to tinkering. Alright, so quick 5 minutes of tinkering around. This is the wire harness for my ditch lights. I got one going across, and I got like a Deutsch connector for each light. And then this is the main power. So definitely something with this. And I found the problem right away is just this pin is no longer in the connector. So pretty easy fix, to be honest. Basically just pop this apart. Inside of here, you might be able to see there's like an orange clip in there, so I need some needle nose. You basically just pull that clip out. That orange clip is what retains the wire in the clip, so I guess when I put it together, maybe I didn't quite have that pin in all the way, and it's somehow luckily just been holding on in there, I guess. So get some needle nose pliers and we'll fix that right now. All right, I really need to treat myself to some new tools. These toolboxes I used to be a heavy duty mechanic, so I have quite a few tools, but this toolbox has kind of been sitting and being used by other people for the last little while, and I'm kind of missing some tools out of it, which is what it is, but I need to go get like a new plier set. I just bought some screwdrivers and stuff, but I need some pliers next. I'm gonna look in this box. I brought this home from my mom, so we'll see what I can find in there. All right, I legit cannot find my needle nose pliers, but I'm hoping that if I just stick this screwdriver in the backside and kind of pop it, there we go. That worked. So this is the little thing I was talking about. I'm probably gonna have to use these scissors to put it back in. But we will push this wire back into this hole. You can see like right inside of there, there's like a lip that those wires sit on. Oh, it's really hard to see, but that is now sitting in the right spot. So I just got to push this orange clip in and then theoretically should be good now. So I'm gonna use these scissors. This is not the right tools, I know, but just like that. New clip is in. You can kind of see it in there, maybe. But we should be. Oh yeah, look at that's retained now. Plug that back in. Let's see if we got lights. Nice, and we're back in action. Gotta love an easy fix. That was slack. All right, on to the next task. Let's go see if we can figure out why I got no power to my auxiliary cigarette lighter under the dash. Ooh, look at that sun. It's gonna be a nice afternoon for camping. All right, so we got real nice and low here. I got my trusty little stool that I'm sitting on. It's actually nice because Patty's just the right size that you can sit on a stool, and I can just like work on stuff under the dash here. They say lifting your truck makes it harder to do stuff. But anyways, we've got a bit of a nest under here. Actually, honestly, I've owned this thing for like 4 years, 4.5. And I've never looked under the dash to see what the previous owners really did under here. And let me tell you, it's a bit of a gong show. At least there's a fuse on it. So it honestly looks like this is where they tap in for powers in this orange wire. And the ground is tapped in back here to this other little wire. So one of these has got to be, let's see, this one feels pretty feeble. So let's take some of this tape off and we'll get some eyes on these wires. Okay, we got a little bit of light on the situation here. At least they soldered it. I didn't even know this fuse was here. So fuse is good. It would appear this connection is solid. So what's this ground look like? Ground feels solid. It's not coming apart. Oh, and a full broken wire right here. Oh, here's the problem. All right, we got the problem. Check this out. This wire right here is busted. So we'll get this cleaned up. Pull this electrical tape off. I'm going to reconnect this, strip it, throw a bit of solder on it, and we'll get this fixed up, and then we should be back in business. All right, so we got that all touched up. I disconnected the wire. I actually cut out most of it, put some new wire in, soldered it, and loomed this connection. So I think what was happening is this was just kind of bending on it, and it was old wire. So I got rid of all that old wire, put some new wire in, and it's basically, the plug's just gonna sit like right up in here where my finger is. And then I can run some stuff under the dash and then plug it into that, and we'll get that buttoned up. And we're in business. We got auxiliary power again, so that's nice. Happy about it. See what we can tinker on next. All right, next little tinkering thing that I want to address is Nismo Palooza. I had my chase lights on, and when we stopped and I got out and they were running, I noticed a little bit of smoke coming up from where I have the wires ran. And basically what's happened is, from it being pinched in here, this wire is, the coating is ground down, so it's actually arcing out or shorting out on the frame of the body of the car. So I am gonna attempt to fix that, and I think the way I'm gonna fix it is repair the wire that's broken, and I'm just gonna put some thick loom on it, and then hopefully the loom will just protect it when it's kind of sandwiched in between the door there. So we'll see what we can do with that. So yeah, the wire isn't actually broken, it's just the coating is kind of squished off there. So when it touches my hatch, you can kind of see right here it was touching the hatch. There's a little arc mark. It's arcing it out. The lights still work, everything's good, so I think I'm just gonna I'm just going to separate those wires and recoat them with a little bit of electrical tape and throw some nice thick loom over that where it runs below the hatch lid, and we should be good to go. Quick fix there. Easy peasy. Alright, so realistically, just a little bit of tape on here, just to keep that somewhat clean still. And we should be good to go. Only one of the wires has kind of got some rubbage on it, so I don't think I need to even really take it apart and fix that wire, because it's not going to rub on the ground. It's just the power wire is exposed, but now that it's covered, it should be fine. And then I'm going to wrap these in this nice little loom here, if I can do this. It's always kind of hard to work on this with the hatch in the way, but hopefully I can just do something like this. And just squish and pull that through. Maybe a little easier with the hatch closed, maybe. I don't know about other people, but I always struggle with running wires up onto the roof here. I used to have them going up from under the hood, but I just really hated the way that looked. Running up the side of my windshield. Wasn't really a fan of that. There, alright, I think I got it good enough. Got some loom here to kind of protect that wire as it goes down in this crack. Should be good, lights work, everything's good. Another thing off the list, I think that's about it for Patty for tinkering. We got all that stuff fixed up. I think now maybe we'll just putz with Patrick for a little bit until it's time to pack for camping. Alright, starting to get hot out, so probably going to shut it down pretty quick here. It's supposed to hit 31, but I was just going to explain basically these lights and how I go about doing that on a budget. So on Patty, basically all they are is 3/4 inch marker lights, and I got them just in the grill. You just drill a 5/8 hole, and they just slide right in there. I got some clear ones as well. I bought a whole bag of these for like $40 like years ago, so, and I never used these white ones, so that's what I'm going to use on Patrick the Pathfinder. Yeah, easy to do, and yeah, the hard part's just figuring out where I want to put them. I even have them on for side markers on the fender, just for fun, some marker lights, you know. But yeah, for what I came up on Patrick here, we're going to toss one on either corner of the grill out here. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do 2 or 3. Might do 3. 1, 2, 3 in those little holes. And one over here. And easy peasy. I'll probably drill these holes and get these all in. And then I think I'm going to do the wiring and stuff tomorrow, because it's getting hot out. And I got to go run some errands for camping too. So get some stuff done. Let's put these lights in. Maybe I'll put those ones in and let's take a look at it. Alright, well I can't decide on whether I want to do 4 or 5. Basically, I'm going to sleep on it. What do you guys think? Maybe I should put one here. I know lots of the Toyotas have 3 in the middle, 2 on the outside, so maybe I'll do different and just do 4. Patty only has 4, so maybe we'll stick with that. I'm going to sleep on it though, we'll see. Alright, well I think I'm going to pack it in for the day because I'm starting to get hot. Got to go out and run some errands, so I'm going to go do that. And we'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. Alright, so it's the next day. We just got back from camping. I didn't film it because it was kind of a last minute plan, and by the time we actually went out and got out, it was dark. Like we basically didn't meet at the trailhead till like 9 p.m. ate supper at like 11 p.m. It was a last minute situation, but man, it was still a blast. Always a good time to get out camping, you know. But anyways, we're gonna get back to tinkering on some stuff. I'm gonna start pulling the intake out of the R51. so we can get that new cold air in there. So far it's pretty slack. A couple 10 mils at the front for this cover. I was able to just kind of lift that cover up, get to the hose clamp, another hose clamp, mass airflow clip, I'm assuming that's what that is. And yeah, pull this out. Skin knuckle. Okay. Oh, actually there's like a diaphragm here. I'm gonna have to take this off. I think this just pops out. Cover off. Kind of looks like an LS without the cover. All hoses here, pop these off. Just see these hoses got a little bit of oil residue on them. So I might want to actually replace some of this stuff at some point here. There's like a little tube on the back of the air filter cover. Oh, and there's a nasty spider. Oh, a whole family of spiders. Look at that. Look at that nasty things. Ugh. So the only other thing I gotta do with this intake is pull out the mass airflow sensor, because I want to use this one, because it's the one that's for this truck. Set the screws right there. And there you go. One mass airflow sensor. So it looks like we got a couple 10 mils, and this lower piece can come out. I'll blast them out. All right, this one's a little stubborn, but there is a hidden 10 mil down there. I'm just using a little stubby ratcheting wrench to get that working like a charm. Oh, cut my knuckle. Alright, there we go. Lower half out. So what happens when you buy stuff second hand is you don't really know. I don't really know how it goes. I'm gonna monkey around with this a bit and see what I can figure out. Alright, so after like a little bit of messing around here, probably been at it for about 40 minutes. I got the cold air in. I think just because it's a Titan, I had to do a little bit of trimming on this side just to bring it closer to the throttle body because it was hitting the front of the rad. But we got good fitment now. Everything fits nice except for the heat shield. So the heat shield basically is going to be sitting way too high and it'll hit the hood when it's shut. So I might mess around with that. Maybe if I cut like 1.5 inches off the top of that heat shield, and then it should be good. So I will mess around with that and maybe make another bracket because it only has one bracket for some reason. So I feel like it's going to vibrate and make noise. So I would like to make that more secure. But this is good for now. I'm actually pretty pleased with this. So yeah, I guess you can fit a Nissan Titan cold air intake on a V8 R51. Like a glove. With a couple small modifications. Alright, it's supper time, so that's going to do it for tonight. Got lots of tinkering done, honestly, so the only other things I really had on my list was to finish off those Raptor lights in the grill of Patrick. And I think I'm going to swap out the mass airflow sensor for OEM takeoff that my buddy Jesse Winder got me from a junkyard. Because I'm still getting a code every once in a while for intake air temperature, and I believe it's that mass airflow, so yeah, those are the only other two things we'll do, and we'll get to it this week. I'll see you guys when I get back. Alright, back at you with another day of tinkering here. Where we left off, we were doing the cold air intake on Patrick, and then I put the LED marker lights, Raptor lights, in the grill. So we're just going to get to wiring those. I just got home from work, but I popped the grill out. Pretty slack. These are just some push tabs down here in the grill. And yeah, push tabs, a couple of like these style button tabs up on the top by the rad support up here, and then it just pulls out. Easy peasy. I was kind of looking where I'm gonna wire this to. If I can open the hood. Kyle edit it. So yeah, it looks like we got a nice easy spot. I'm gonna wrap all the wiring kind of into the grill and come over this way, and then I'm gonna feed the wire just under right here, and then we'll splice into, if you can see, we'll splice into right here. So this is the signal light. I'm just gonna go off the park light signal, and I'll make a little, I don't think I'm going to use a Deutsch connector, but I'm going to put two spade. I'll just do spade connectors, and then usually what I do is I just like put the female on one side, that's ground, and then male on the other, and then you kind of never get them wrong. So yeah, that's the way I'm going to do it. I got the grill in the house. We're going to go get comfortable and do some wiring. All right, back at you with another day of tinkering here. Where we left off, we were doing the cold air intake on Patrick, and then I put the LED marker lights, Raptor lights, in the grill. So we're just gonna get to wiring those. I just got home from work, but I popped the grill out. Pretty slack. These just some push tabs down here in the grill. A couple of like these style button tabs up on the top by the rad support up here, and then it just pulls out. Easy peasy. So yeah, it looks like we got a nice easy spot. I'm gonna wrap all the wiring kind of into the grill and come over this way, and then I'm gonna feed the wire just under right here, and then we'll splice into, if you can see, we'll splice into right here. So this is the signal light. I'm just gonna go off the park light signal, and I'm gonna put two spade. I'll just do spade connectors, and then usually what I do is I just like put the female on one side, that's ground, and then male on the other, and then you kind of never get them wrong. So yeah, that's the way I'm going to do it. I got the grill in the house. We're going to go get comfortable and do some wiring. Alright, so I'm getting started on this wiring. So I'm just using some old speaker wire. This is what I used on my last grill, and it's been fine for 4 years, so I'm sure this will be working. Solder connections, heat shrink. That's this is one that's already done. And this is what it'll look like under the heat shrink. We got these two together. And then I'm just literally going to run the wire just along the top of the grill here, tape it in. And then on this side, we'll leave a little pigtail with enough room to hook up to that harness I just showed you. And we'll be in business. I'm going to get her done while I watch some Matt's Off-Road. Alright, the finished product. Got the wire all soldered, everything's done. I taped it up using Gorilla Tape. Hopefully that lasts under there. I think it'll be good. Stuff usually sticks for quite a long time. And then I just left this because I'll probably trim this to where I need it. We're good to go. Just got to hook it up to the power. Alright, well I'm not too sure what happened here, but I got everything in, but two of the lights aren't working. That one and this one over here. Well, it would look cool if they were all working. So I guess another learn by my mistake situation where I guess I should have, I swear they were just working. I think they might have just burnt out right away. I don't know. But anyways, always check them, I guess, before you install something. Good thing I got a lot of them. But I'm going to have to switch those out and cut out the harness and redo it. Yay. I'm not doing that tonight though. Alright, we got the lights installed this morning. I swapped those two burnt out ones out for some good ones. And we're in action. Looks good, I think. I like the white. Kind of matches the aesthetic of all the other lights. Pretty sick. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you liked it, make sure you let me know in the comments. I always like talking to you guys. And yeah, hit that like button. Subscribe. We're almost at 1,000, so that's sick. And yeah, Patrick's actually going in to get the transmission swap this week, so he'll be back in action. I'm excited. I've been missing him, so yeah, let's go. We'll see you guys in the next one.